my first video on my new channel. I'm no stranger to YouTube. I've been doing this stuff for over 10 years. My other channel, however, is too, we'll just say eclectic to continue doing a new series on. So I decided to start a new YouTube channel where I was going to chronicle my journey through Coding Bootcamp. I thought I'd start today and just tell y'all like why I want to learn how to code. This is in all seriousness right now. I'm afraid of robots taking over the world. You see stuff every day about people making AI and machine learning, and seriously, it's only a matter of time before robots are integrated into society and we're gonna be, involved with them in our day-to-day lives. So I have to know how computers work, because at some point in my life, I bet I'm gonna have to hack into a robot to save my life and or the entirety of humanity. That's just what I feel. I mean, think about it. I'm on computers all the time. I'm on phones all the time. I had no idea how they worked. 6 years ago, I made my first foray into coding in Game Maker Studio, because another reason that I really want to learn programming, and probably like the truest reason, is because I want to make video games. I want to be a video game developer, whether that means working for a studio or what I think would be more ideal, like a small team, or even creating my own game. I think would just be the ultimate dream for me. I think it'd be fantastic. So 6 years ago, I started messing around on Game Maker Studio. This is an honest truth, and I'm embarrassed to say it. Before I started coding on Game Maker Studio, where I wrote 2 lines of code, I thought that code was done in binary. I thought that like, if you were a programmer, you just had to learn binary and just sat there going like 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. And I just thought like, that is insane. How do people think like that? That's like how little I knew about code. I'd never been taught any coding in school. I think I remember a 30-minute segment in a business class on just plain HTML. That's my only experience. I didn't even know it was an option for me. I didn't really think about it. We had a computer in the home, but I wasn't really allowed to mess with it that much. So, my experience with all of that stuff was 0%. So once I started messing around on Game Maker Studio, I realized that I needed a little bit more. But at the time, I was working as a waitress and I was pursuing an acting career, which was another one, and it's still, I would say, one of my dreams, is to be an entertainer. But acting was extremely stressful. I'm not gonna get into too many personal details, but it was really causing me a lot of anxiety and stress, because I had a couple of agents that would call me at any time of day, whether I was at work or at home or whatever, and just be like, you gotta go out here and go audition for this and this and that. And I did buttloads of auditions. And I didn't book that many jobs, because guess what? I was told that the national average for actors is 50 auditions per one job. And I actually, not to brag, but I did a little bit better than that. I got 2 per 50. So yes, basically, it wasn't consistent. I had no control. When you're an actor, you're not writing the scripts most of the time. You're going on commercial sets, or maybe if you get lucky, you get to do film and TV. And so most of the acting that I did was just like, this product is great. Buy this back shaver, stuff like that. And did I have fun? Yeah, absolutely. But I needed a little bit more. I wanted to be able to control it in some way, because when you're an actress or an actor, casting directors are making that choice for you, and people on the production team are making that choice. Yes, talent does matter, but mostly what matters is you just gotta get damn lucky. And I really need something with more stability, and I need to use my brain in a different way. I need to be challenged. Now, I worked as a pastry chef, as a cake decorator, and as a server, and while there are challenges in those fields, I got bored, it wasn't for me. And so with coding, I got into it, I'm gonna say, I think last year in October. I downloaded Unity, and I started working through Ben Tristam's like Unity 2.0 course, or maybe at the time it was his first Unity course. And that was going to teach you with C# how to make games in Unity. And y'all, oh my heck, it was so fun. I was giggling every time. I mean, I didn't understand half the shit I was doing, so a lot of the time I was just kind of like typing in what he said, but when it worked, it was the coolest thing. So then some personal life stuff happened, blah, 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 and And then I had kind of an epiphany where I'm like, I gotta make this happen. And I'm doing self-teaching stuff and I'm moving at a snail's pace, truly. I was moving at a snail's pace. So that's when I discovered Coding Bootcamps. And I'm based in Atlanta, and I hadn't heard of Coding Bootcamps, but somehow, luckily, I guess because Atlanta's like a tech hub or something, there are buttloads of Coding Bootcamps. I mean, I had my pick of all these different ones. So I knew I didn't want to do one online, and I know there's some like General Assembly, and I don't even know. There's multiple other ones that I could have done that would be online. But again, I'm like, I got to be in a classroom environment. I got to be held accountable. That's really important to me. So I found the two I applied for were Digital Crafts and the one that is at Georgia Tech, but it's not run by Georgia Tech. I got accepted to both of those, but I've decided to go to Digital Crafts for many reasons. One, it's at the Atlanta Tech Village, which seems super legit and awesome. And it's just such a cool environment where a bunch of tech startups are. And I don't know, it's really like close to my house as well. And the Georgia Tech one, of course, I'm sure it's a good program, but they were really hounding me to like apply and not apply to essentially like just join the class. So like, you need to, this will be great. You got to do this. And they were just calling me all the time. Like, how are you on the application process? How are you doing? And I'm like, y'all back off. I need my space. I need to figure this out. And so I felt like they really wanted the numbers. And that made me uncomfortable. And also, again, I'm not going to get into too much personal information. I didn't want to be in a college environment again. I didn't have a good experience at college before. And I feel like being at the Tech Village, where it's more like techie and more professional, would be good for me. So I am starting at Digital Crafts in September. So I am actually, tomorrow will be a month out from starting there at Digital Crafts. And I cannot wait. I just went to one of their demo days where I saw the students present their projects, and I talked to this girl that had 0% coding experience, and she built this like amazing, awesome website. So I was just so stoked, and I'm like, I'm just really pumped up right now, and I'm also sweating because I turned the fan off to make this video so it wouldn't be very loud, but it is warm. It is warm in here. But I cannot wait to start. My goal is essentially to just bust my buns all through Coding Bootcamp. I've been doing so much pre-work that they've suggested, and then some extra because I want to get in there and make sure that I'm able to do this. And that way I can get out and I can have some skills and I can, I don't know, start freelancing, get a junior dev position. I don't know yet. I'm not there. I got 6 months. That's right. 6 months. I'm not doing one of the 12-week, 16-week courses because my brain would explode. And I feel like going to the part-time one, it's going to be less disruptive to my daily life. So I'll be able to kind of integrate into it a little bit easier. And it's also going to give me more time to build up a portfolio, to network, to do things like that. Right now I'm networking through, I went to a meetup for a group called Women Who Code, and that has been fantastic so far. So I'm planning on continuing to kind of meet people through that, meet some awesome coders, and just kind of see where this road takes me. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much, but I'm super stoked to be making some vids on this channel. Again, it's just going to be kind of chronicling my experience through bootcamp. That way people who might want to do a bootcamp or are considering it, got accepted, or going to go, you can kind of see what it's like. I was going to say firsthand, but firsthand would mean that you had your hand there, but it will be my hand telling you what happened. So it will be secondhand. You will learn about bootcamp. And then we'll see after bootcamp, maybe I would like to update you guys until I get a job, and maybe after that, maybe I could teach people stuff. I don't know. But that concludes this video. Goodbye.